Hey guys, Mr. Al-Awwadi here. We're going to look at linear formulas. First, we're going to draw a graph. Before I can make any graph, first I need to make a table. So, we're going to draw a table and then we're going to fill in our table. Here, replace x by the value here in the table. We'll get 3 times 0 plus 1, so that is 1. Then you're going to use x equals 1. You get 3 times 1 plus 1 is 4. And then we're going to use x equals 2. We'll get y equals 7. Okay, well, you notice a certain increase in your table. It's each time plus 3. And that's not a coincidence. It's because you have here 3 times x. That's the pattern. And you can also see for x is 0, you start with 1. And that's because at the end of your formula, you have plus 1. So that's what your starting number is. Okay, now we can make a set of axes and plot the points, connect them, you get the line. Okay, so the logic here and the patterns in the formula, you can also see it back in the graph. Look, you have here plus 1, and if you look at your graph, it will intersect the y-axis at 1. See? And if you follow the line to the next grid point, you will notice that each step to the right, you go 3 up. That's actually because it's 3x. So keep that in mind when we are going to do the opposite. We're going to do a formula, generate a formula if you have a graph. Okay, this is how we're going to do it. We have two lines, the purple and the green line. The purple line, line P. Well, all formulas have y equals ax plus b. A and b are numbers. First, we're going to look at the b. Well, the b is where you start at the y-axis. So in this case, it's 3. And now follow your line. One step to the right, you go 2 up. So the a is 2. Now we're going to move to the green line. Well, what is your b here? B is 0. And if you follow the line, you go 1 to the right and then 3 down. So it's minus 3. That's your A. And then we have our formula and you're done with this part. Okay, these questions are a little bit more complicated, but we can handle them. First, we're going to write down y equals ax plus b for line L. Well, first start with the b. It's always easier. Where do you intersect the y-axis? Well, it's at 1, so the b is 1. Okay, now if you go one step to the right, it's really hard to see how much you go up. Is it 1/3? Is it 0.4? So what we're going to do is we're going to follow the line until we reach a grid point, like there. And you're going to use the next rule. It's the A, your gradient, the slope of the line is vertical divided by horizontal. How much do you go vertical divided by how much you go horizontal? So that is 1 divided by 4. And you can leave it as a fraction. And then we have our formula. The next one, line N. Well, first start with the B as well. Our B here is 6. And again, follow the line until the next grid point. That's here at 5, 4. So how much do you go to the right? How much do you go horizontal? And how much do you go vertical? Well, horizontal between these 2 points, you go 5. And vertical, you have to go 2 down. So it's minus 2. So leaves the fraction, so we have y equals minus 2 over 5x plus 6. Okay, next lines. Well, there's two things that are different here. First, we have a t and a c instead of an x and a y, and the numbers here are also in different steps. But start the same way. Y equals ax plus b, then replace it by c equals at plus b. We always start with our b. It's always easier to do that. The b is 60 for the blue line, line M. Well then, try to find the next grid point. So we have a grid point here and there. How much do you go horizontal? Well, that's 10. And vertical, we go from 60 to 80, so that's 20. So 20 divided by 10 is 2. Okie dokie, next one. The red line is more difficult, but we will manage. You start here with a b of 100. Then try to follow the line till the next grid point. That is there at 25, 20. So if we follow this, you can see how much do you go horizontal. That is 25, and vertical you will go minus 80. So we have minus 8 divided by 25, and try to simplify it. That is minus 3.2, or 3 and then 1 over 5. And then we have our formula. Okay, we're going to look at the table. How can you generate a formula if you have a table? Well, first write down A is AT plus B. The A is for the amount and the T is the year. You have T is 0 to 1000, so write this down. And now you have as well a small a and a B. The B is what you start with, so in this case the B is 40. And for each 2 years it will increase by 6. So for each 1 year is 3. So that's your A, the increase. And now we have the formula. Guys, our final exercise is about two parallel lines. Well, let me first write down y equals x plus b. And I'm going to draw the line of k, the graph. This is not obligated, just will help me to show you how to deal with parallel lines. Well, if k and m are parallel, then they'll have the same slope. And the slope of line k, if you follow the line, one step to the right is 3 up. So the gradient is 3. You can see that in the formula as well. So line M will have the same gradient. A is 3, and then you know y equals 3x plus b. We're going to use the second info you have, the point 5, 11. You can see it on the graph, but let's just write it down. 5 is the x, 11 is the y. Now we're going to combine these two, replace the y by 11, and the x by 5, and this is what you will get. So if you continue, you'll get 11 equals 15 plus b. Well, b has to be a negative number, then b is equals to minus 4. And now you have your formula, and look, if you take this point x on the graph, 5, 11, and if you draw a line parallel, then you should intersect the y-axis at minus 4. So this is correct. Hey, you're making a wave here. Okay guys, thank you for watching. Good luck.